The PDF for this lesson is available. Check the description for the link. Number 1. Go off. You're late for work. What happened? Sorry, I woke up late. My alarm didn't go off. What happened? Did you forget to set it last night? My alarm didn't go off this morning. Activate. The fire alarm went off during the meeting. Her phone alarm goes off every morning at 7.
Anyway, the next morning, the alarm goes off, and I pretended NASA was there.
This is why you'll often find yourself waking up right before your alarm goes off.
Number 2. Check off. The week looks really full. Did we send out those important emails? Yep, done. Great. Check it off the list. Check the emails off the list. To mark an item as completed on a list. She checked off every assignment on her to-do list. He likes to check off tasks as he completes them.
The time and at the place. And then check off day 1 on the checklist that I prepared for you.
We can take that big question and turn it into lots of small sound bites and check off the list as we're moving forward.
Number 3, line up. What else do we have lined up for the week? Meetings every day. Oh, and you have to call some people back. Okay, make a note and leave it on my desk. What else is lined up for the week? To organize things in a sequence. I have meetings lined up all day. There are a few events lined up for the week.
She already has an internship lined up at a prestigious accounting firm.
This small rocket is able to launch payloads for less than $5 million. And due to the demand for rockets like this, it has a busy schedule lined up for 2019.
Number 4, take up. Do me a favor. Schedule a meeting with Jim for tomorrow at 2. There's a delivery scheduled for tomorrow between 12 and 3. It's taking up 3 hours. Okay, schedule the meeting for 11 then. The delivery is taking up space on the schedule. To occupy space. It can't take up too much of my time. I have a busy schedule. It looks like the event is going to take up the whole day.
It's really, really easy to find things that take up time that we think are going to pay us back somehow.
I think that's where a lot of us run into issues is we forget that the little things that aren't on our schedule that we do every day actually take up time.
Number 5, fit in. That meeting with Jim is really important. You said 11 a.m., right? Yeah, can you fit it in? Or do I have something going on? Can you fit in the meeting with Jim? To find time for something on a busy schedule. She fit in a workout before heading to work. Can you fit in a quick meeting after lunch?
And if anyone wants somebody to guest lecture in your class, I'll fit it in the schedule and do it. Does he say, I want to keep the feast if I can fit it in my busy schedule? No, he doesn't say that.
Number 6. Pencil in. You're busy at 11 a.m. Actually, you're busy all day. Let's cut out lunch then. Okay, I'll pencil in a meeting with him for lunchtime. I'll pencil him in for lunchtime. To schedule something with the idea the time could change. She penciled in a meeting for next week. He asked to pencil in a lunch date.
He will be there on a certain day at a certain time, but you'd always have to pencil it in your calendar because it would change.
And I was getting like hand issues, like hand cramps from having to hand font everything twice because I had to pencil it in and then ink it.
Number 7. Block off. Next month, we won't be in the office for a week. Which week? It's the 3rd week of the month, from Sunday to Sunday. Could you block off that time? I'll block off that week for you. To reserve time or space for a specific purpose. I block off some time for lunch on my schedule every day. It's important to block off a few days if you're taking a vacation.
Use a planner to break up your day. Block off the time you go to class because you always go to class.
Taking the time to really block off your time so you're in charge. Put in your schedule items first.
Number 8. Stick to. Should I make any more adjustments to the schedule? No, let's stick to what we have. Okay, if you need anything, just send a text. Let's stick to our schedule. To keep and continue with or continue doing something. She stuck to her budget and saved money. He's sticking to his new meal schedule.
Now I'm muted. Sorry. Wonderful. Thank you so much. I saw more hands now, but I do think we should try to stick to the schedule. So let's have another 15-minute break and then we'll come back.
Number 9. Push back. Hey, some news about the meeting with Jim. What is it? He can't make it. He has to push it back to next week. Jim wants to push back the meeting to next week. To delay or postpone something. The start time was pushed back due to technical issues. They pushed back the release date of the product.
It was supposed to be last Monday, but at the last minute he realized that was the same day as the College Football National Championship game, so he had to push it back to Wednesday the 17th.
I thought I was getting a colonoscopy today, but it turns out that I'm not. You'd think that's something I would know. I scheduled one and then I started a new medicine and then they wanted to push it back, but then I didn't take it off my schedule, so I have one in May.
Number 10. Call off. What's the news on the meeting with Jim? He can't make it next week. He called it off. Do me a favor. Go online and book a flight to Hawaii. I need a vacation. He called off the meeting. To cancel something. The wedding was called off due to unforeseen circumstances. They had to call off the game because of bad weather.
It's often said that if you're trying to grow a beard and don't see much progress in a few weeks, it's best to call it off and just shave.
Edgar said, well, should we call it off?
We were committed
to sitting there.
Quiz time. Pause the video for each question. It's important to what your schedule to manage your time efficiently. Stick to or check off. Stick to. It's important to stick to your schedule to manage your time efficiently. We had to what the presentation by an hour because the guest speaker was late. Call off or push back. Push back. We had to push back the presentation by an hour because the guest speaker was late. Let's what sometime next week for a vacation. Check off or block off. Block off. Let's block off sometime next week for a vacation.